Woo! Well, this is my third time doing this video. For some reason the little Sony Handycam is giving me fits. It records, but then when I put the disc into the computer to offload it, it's not showing up. I can get the pictures, but the video. So I don't know what's going on there. I'm having issues with it. Everybody loves Sony's, but I'm not liking that one so much. It takes great pictures, but... So, neighbor gossip part 2. Let's see, when I last left off, I had just found out that she was being foreclosed on. She's still there. Darn it. She's still living over there. Not as many people coming and going, so I think the cops have been there enough and says, hey, clean up your act. Maybe they arrested a few of them, I don't know. I looked her up, and her last arrest was right after her dad died. She got a DWI and got hauled into jail for a couple of days by the Highway Patrol. So that was May of last year or something, so about a year ago. Yeah, so I was able to dig up that supposedly when I typed in her address into the computer, and it came up through auction.com or auction.net. It's a foreclosure site, basically. July 1st is supposedly when her house goes to auction on the county courthouse steps. So I'm not exactly sure what that entails. Is that... does she have to be out by then? I don't know. I haven't been able to figure that part out. Somebody told me at work that, oh, they can't auction off an occupied structure. But, I mean, she's still got a month and a week, basically, before that date. So, I don't know. Maybe the bank is just selling it off. I mean, she owes so little on it. She owes less than $20,000 on that house. Opening bid is $17,500. $17,500. I don't think the house is in that bad a shape to where, you know, it's not going to go for quite a bit more than that. But somebody's going to get a screaming deal on a rental property. So, one thing I did do today, I talked to the neighbor that lives next door to her. And he was at the Homeowners Association meeting that we had this week or last week. I don't remember what he said. I have yet to go to one because I'm usually working those nights. They do it during the week in the afternoon, in the evenings. He said it was the highest turnout ever. There's quite a few residents in this neighborhood getting very upset about the increased drug activity and decrepit homes and abandoned vehicles and other illegal activities going on. So it's nice to see that neighbors are stepping up, especially in this neighborhood, because it's not a high-end neighborhood. It's essentially it's low-income housing, old military housing. But it's nice to see people stepping up. So I may have to try to go to the next meeting and find out when that is and take the night off. But yeah, so her name and her property came up numerous times apparently in that meeting. So she is well known throughout the association for shady dealings and crappy looking conditions on the property. I myself have witnessed rats over there. I've seen what I suspect to be drug deals. You know, when a high school kid comes walking up and she shuts the door on her truck and goes around the backside where you can't see from the street, and you see stuff exchange hands. I mean, you see hands moving, but things are obviously being exchanged. Money and bags and who knows what else. And he's only there for, you know, 5-10 seconds and then off he goes. It's like, yeah, it's kind of, yeah. So, well, I'll have put up the video showing the new security system. That is now up. I'm not going to show you where I put the cameras and where the whole unit is and all that. I have, so it came with 4 cameras, no hard drive. I do have it plugged in. I don't have it on right now because it's not recording. But I do have it all plugged in temporarily for now. It'll get moved around once I figure everything out where it's going to be permanent. But hard drive's on its way, 2 terabyte, big one. That was like $75. It's a Western Digital, so it's not a lousy one. That's the one made for security systems. I also ordered 3 more cameras because I've got a couple of blind spots. They're not bad, but I'm going to cover them. 2 cameras are the same as the 4 that came with the kit, and the 7th camera is one of those little dome cameras. So I'm hoping to put that up on the roof under the eave at the front of the house, kind of get an overview, a little bit more of a broad view. Now, I know somebody at work says, well, you know, you're going to be recording other people's property. Well, it's nothing that's not already visible from the street. So technically, it's not really illegal, because anybody can walk by and take a picture of that. And it's not like I'm focusing on one thing. Technically, I kind of am, but we're going to catch an overview of everything. So, I do like the neighbors directly around me, except for the one across the street. So, you know, even if, you know, I know the 2 on either side of me says, yeah, put the cameras up. The gal next door kind of had some inhibitions about it, because, well, you know, there might be things I don't want you to see. Well, get over yourself, I'm not recording you. And you can't see into her yard anyway, the way I've got the camera in the back set up. Just looks at my stuff. You see corner of her house, but nothing in the yard. So, they're a fairly wide field of view. Don't quite have a lot of depth, but they're okay. I mean, they're decent. They are night vision. That works very well. So I've already checked that out. You can see a cat walking underneath the vehicle, so at night. So I'm happy with that. Still clear enough to see comings and goings. You can't read license plate numbers off the street or anything, but they're not super high resolution. 960 by 480, I think it is. So I mean, they're good enough. It was on sale for half off, and actually, by buying the hard drive and 3 more cameras, I'm still paying less than what this system with a hard drive would have cost me with just the 4 cameras. So I'm ahead of the game. Working out very well. So yeah, let's see. I did get online tonight when I was talking to the guy that lives next door to the crazy gal. Talking to him about what's the goings on over there, and he had heard at the homeowners association she's being foreclosed on. She's about to get served some papers and probably be out of here. But I told him that, you know, I'd found the auction date.
Alrighty.
Shut up.
Notice anything
Shut up.
different?
Shut up. Shut up. Screen went blank, clicked the button, and it started playing a video, so I think we'll just close that out. Doing some editing here tonight. But yeah, I had asked him, has anybody reported her to the city? I know complaints have been made to the homeowners association, but has anybody directly gone to the city? He didn't know. So I jumped online, I typed in Lake Stevens, Washington Code Enforcement. Boom, page came right up. Clicked on the link, took me right to the form, put my name in, my information, asked for the offender's information, which I did. Wish I would have had the page still open there. I read it off to you, but I mean, here in the city, even if it's on your property, they want things to be nice. You're not supposed to be fixing more than 1 vehicle at a time. Technically, I'm in violation of that. I got 3 of them out there, although I'm only working on 1 at a time. Even if it's on your property, it still needs to be an operational vehicle if it's in plain view of the road. Okay, I'm good with that. Everything that I have that's not operating is in the garage. You can't have trash and junk laying around in plain view of public roadways, which she's got all of that. You can't have, well, she's got the inoperable vehicles, the Camaro that's been sitting there since last fall under the tarp with the parts laying all over, and then now her truck sitting there for, what, a month and a half. Hood's still sitting up, you know, drive line's laying underneath it, exhaust is laying underneath it. I think the transmission's out of the truck. It's sitting up on ramps. So, she's also parking in the grass, which you're not supposed to do. Hey, knock it off. Cat's getting at it. Cabin fever setting in. It's been raining off and on, and they don't want to go outside. But can't have what did it say? Basically, you can't harbor conditions to contribute to rodent infestation and vermin infestation, which, I mean, she's got all those plants sitting over there. Half of them aren't even in pots. There's junk all over the backyard. I have witnessed rats coming and going. The guy next door to her has a boat. He flipped the boat over, and there were several rats living under this boat, and they went under the fence to her property. So there's stuff over there that the rats are getting into. On top of that, there's now an electric cook stove, kitchen stove, sitting right in the middle of her front yard. And the guy next door to me went over and talked to her about that, and that is cake in grease, and it's been sitting there for over a week now. There's an old cable spool, you know, those wooden spools, that's just been sitting in the front yard. I mean, there's just crap all over the place. So she's in multiple violation. So I filled out the form and reported her. Coming up, claws. Claws with the cat. So she has been reported. Oh, you're going to come up and sit with me now, huh? Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm on making a video, though. Yeah. She says hi. So, say hi to the tubes? No? Okay. So, yeah, she's in violation of multiple issues. So, I filled out the form tonight. Now, like I said, I don't know if anybody else has reported her, so they may not come out on my request, just if they've already been out on others. Hopefully I'll hear something back from them. If I do, I'll make a video of it. So, I think that covers everything. Foreclosure, auction date, security cameras up. By the time you see this video, I'll probably have the hard drive and the other cameras, so it'll be up and running permanent then. Like I said, I'm not going to show you the locations of the cameras, although you may be able to figure that out if I ever show a video of anything. I don't want to give everything away. They're nice and small little cameras too, I like them. And the night vision works good. I was noticing today she's got a camera on the front of her house, but that's fairly recent. So it's kind of directly pointing straight over at me, so I won't feel so bad by having a camera pointed right back at her. Yeah, alrighty. So what are we, 12 minutes into this thing? We're going to shut this off. Crazy Neighbor Part 2, Neighbor Gossip. We'll hopefully have some updates, and maybe we'll get some info or get some footage of police activity over there. That'd be awesome. Alrighty, catch y'all later. I got a cat to cuddle with. Bye-bye.